in a little bit. I think as soon as that turns red. Which it hasn't yet. There it goes. So I think by now they can see us. What's up, guys? We're going to just getting the show started here, get people to come over. I'm George, the Marvelous Knight. Got Calvin, the Statue Fanatic. First
What's
time
up?
We're meeting. I'm so happy that he made it here. This is great.
I almost didn't make it here, man. It's freaking a pain in the ass getting here, man.
Yeah, man. I hear you.
Wow.
All right, so let's see. I'm going to have YouTube up here. There we go. So this is going to be a little bit delayed, but we'll just hang out and see people start coming in. Guys, I'm monitoring the chats. Obviously, you don't see my brother here to do that, so...
I was hoping he would be here, too, so I can, like, referee, because, you know, how you always beat up on him and stuff, man. Stop you from beating up on your brother so
that's
much.
messed up, man.
Kind of wish he was here. But that's why this is happening earlier today.
Yeah.
Because I've never been to West Palm Beach. So I'm
We're
pretty
take
sure we've got some stuff planned tonight, right?
Yeah, man. Gonna go hang out, go see some, go take it downtown.
Don't
drinks.
tell everything because I might get in trouble. I was supposed to be doing work type stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
it's
all right.
Work. Yeah, you know.
True. So now we got 7 people on. Nobody's commenting yet. Comment, man. People comment into the chats. I'll be monitoring them. We'll answer questions as they come. Yeah, man. So, you know, we wanted to get... Me and Calvin have been talking about him coming down here now for, what, 2 months, 3 months now?
More than that.
More than that?
More than that.
Yeah, probably more than that by now. Time's flying, man. You know, just so we can meet. We are going to San Diego Comic-Con next month. So, you know, definitely wanted to hang out and plan some stuff out here and then talk to you guys and let you guys know, you know, where we're coming from, how we got started doing all this. And
right. I got to tell you something about that San Diego Comic-Con, though, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to get in trouble or anything like that, so I'm going to make sure that I do this in order. I have not had many birthday presents, you know, like big deals or anything like that. But my daughter is actually throwing me this unbelievable 5-0 birthday party. She's actually invited friends from all over the country that I've met over the years.
Right.
It's one of the best birthday presents I've ever had.
Nice.
You know the second biggest one I've had?
What's that?
Probably getting to San Diego. You, man. You. I mean, I've been trying to get to San Diego for, I don't know, 2-3 decades. And I don't know how you pulled it off, but it's probably one of the second biggest birthday presents I've ever gotten.
I got another birthday present for you. I'm going to show you in a little bit because it's going to be an early birthday present. I was going to bring it to you to San Diego, but it's too big of a box.
Yeah, so John is celebrating a birthday in July too, so I don't know. We got to be careful to make sure we remember Comic-Con and not the birthday.
Well, you know, there's after parties, so we got to try to go into some of those. Maybe we'll celebrate a little bit there.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
that'll work.
San Diego's awesome, man. This will be my 3rd time in the city. So.
I don't think I've ever been to San Diego. I've been to California. I've been on the West Coast, but not to San Diego.
The first time for me in San Diego, I was young. I was like 12, so I didn't get to experience it. You know, basically just riding in the back of the car with my aunt. But last year when I went, I had a blast. Lots of good food out there. Mm-hmm. So, you know, lots of, you know, mostly Mexican food. It's right near the border.
So you got relatives.
Yeah. I got relatives near there. So I'm sure they'll come around to try to hang out and show us out and everything.
Yeah, we were there for almost a week.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a long trip.
It's going to be awesome, man.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
It's going to be awesome. Pretty freaking awesome. So what else has been going on this week with you, man? I'm just...
this week, not a whole lot. Mostly E3. I've been paying a lot of attention to that.
Yeah.
You know, had a couple of shows that we did. We're trying to get a little more frequent. We moved the collecting news to Wednesdays now, to try to give me some free time for the weekends, and we're trying to bring back what's popping. So Seth will be coming by on Saturdays and we'll shoot a show. You know, so that we have a weekly show for that. Mainly what we're trying to really focus on with MCE is trying to have more regular shows. You know, so that way, you know, people, you know, they can expect that this is going to happen on this day, and it always does. And, you know, I'm really big on that. At least.
Cool. Before we get too far into this, Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Tomorrow, big day.
You too, though, man.
Yeah, Happy Father's Day. A little fun fact here. I was on my way here. I was driving at XM Radio, and I was listening to the news. And you tell me what you think about this. On the news, they say that $22 billion is spent on mom from Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Guess how much they spent on Dad? Just take a guess.
10,000.
In ratio, probably, yeah, but 2 billion. 2 billion versus, 2 million versus 22 billion. 2 billion versus 22 billion on Dad. What's up with that?
Because nobody cares about Dad.
What's up with that? What is up with that?
It's always mama, mama, mama.
I thought about that. I'm like, I don't know if I should feel some kind of way about that, man. But yeah.
I mean, look, it's Father's Day, and my wife and my kid are going to Disney right now, and I'm here. So,
True.
Yeah.
True, yeah, but yeah, they're gonna be here tomorrow, right? For Father's Day?
Late in the afternoon. I'll have my youngest with me, so at least I'll be doing that. So
yeah,
but yeah, man. So quick in the chats, big shout outs. Got Gem Mint. Gem Mint's here.
What's up, boy?
Big D, Nick 66 or 666. Man, that's Mark of the Beast. Vic, Concept Studios and Creative Works, Vibranium 90. Vass is here. Robert. Guys, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you guys spending a little time with us on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I wanted people to get to know us a little bit. So, first question, man. Why don't you tell us how you got started on all this? I mean, how long ago did you get started collecting? How long have you been collecting?
How long? Jeez. Quite some time. Like I said, I'm turning the big... I'm not going to say it no more, man. I'm getting depressed.
Oh, man.
But anyway, I think I bought my first actual statue in like 94. I think it was a Claiborne Moore statue, A Lady Death. But as far as comics, what really got me into reading comics was, I think 1984 was the Secret Wars.
Secret Wars?
And those were the first things I actually collected. I don't know if you remember, Toy Biz used to do some figures from Secret Wars.
Okay.
And I remember the one figure that I used to chase was the Black Spider-Man. The costume, and it had a shield. Like, I think it was Captain America's shield. That thing is like major dollars now. But that's kind of what got me into collecting figures. And then... started reading a little bit more comics, but I was already an adult at the time, so I was looking for something, I guess, a little bit more mature to read. And then things like, The Darkness came along, and then, Image Comics, Valiant Comics, and those were the kind of things that I started reading. And now with statues and things, it's just kind of a way to just kind of recycle that love for some of those characters.
True. Yeah.
What about you?
For me, I got started like mid to late 80s. I was collecting comics mostly at that point, but I remember seeing these the figures. They weren't statues at that point. It was mostly just action figures. Yeah. So I would get a lot of the action figures. I collected Spider-Man at that point, and I think Punisher was one of the first that I ever saw. It was the Warzone series, I think is what it's called, or I think it was called Warzone. I think Jim Lee, was drawing those at the time. And then it wasn't until I took a dry spell for a long time, and it wasn't until the Clone Wars came out, or Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 2, when Master Replicas came out with their lightsaber series, that then I started really collecting. I was like, man, this looks really dope. So when I went to go buy the first one, I think I got the Darth Maul lightsaber. Yeah, it was like $400. Back then I wasn't making shit. And I was like, man, this is like all my bank to go buy this lightsaber. Yeah. So I was like, in order for me to keep on having like a collection, I need to make some of this stuff. Right. So I started building my own lightsabers. And my girlfriend at the time thought I was freaking local, and I had a life-size Yoda in the house and everything, and people would come over, and it was definitely a conversation piece. And then from there, it just kept on going. So I had all kinds of Kotobukiya characters, figures at one point, and then it evolved into the statues eventually.
I don't understand. Look, guys, I've been here for a little bit. It's my first time coming to see George, like I said. He's showing me some of this stuff. I don't understand why you don't show some of your own stuff, man. People don't realize just how talented you are. I'm looking at one of the... he's probably not going to show it on camera, but he's got a sculpt over there of a 3-headed dog that he did for a comic book that he wrote for his nephew. And you don't show any of that stuff. You should, man. You really should.
Yeah, no, man. That's the personal stuff.
You should show some of it. But I kind of got away from comics for a while because that whole every Wednesday in a comic book shop, that did get old. You get a life. You can't sit around like you did when you were like younger and doing nothing. But now, Jim Mint, Steven, this guy is getting me totally back into the whole reading comics again. Yeah. I've read the last The Last Man. I don't know if you have read that. Why? The
No,
Last Man.
The Last
Okay,
Man, no.
Amazing comic. I just bought the not omnibus. What's the one for DC? What do they call it?
The Absolute
edition of that.
Okay.
And I started reading it again. There's a lot of stories now that I'm reading because of what he does, and I'm spending too much money. I just got Werewolf by Night omnibus, yeah.
He has me back reading comic books also, man. I mean, and the funny thing is that you know, like I said, I had a spell for a long time. Because I used to collect comics because I like the art. You know,
Right.
I like the covers. Is the reason what got me into them. So I was really attracted to like Todd McFarlane's work, Jim Lee's art. In the Chris Claremont stories for Wolverine, I really love those. So for whatever reason, I just stopped reading. You know, I stopped reading comics. I played more video games, I guess is what it was. Like video games took over my life. I became a zombie. And then, you know, I started seeing these books again, and I still have a collection, but, you know, it definitely isn't the collection I had as a kid.
Right.
And yeah, man, he really got me back into it, man. So I've been picking up small books here and there. I'm not ready to read an Absolute or or an Omnibus yet. Those things are huge.
Well, I mean, what I like about the Omnibus, like, is that you get, for example, in the Infinity Gauntlet, you get the entire saga, even the tie-ins and the crossover, so you get a really big view of the story and all the characters and how they tie into it. So I like that about it. And then it's a great way to just catch up on a certain storyline or story arc. But yeah, I won't be buying, I guess, floppies. There's too many trips to make to keep up every week. I just wait till they come out in trade paperback now.
Okay. All right, so Robert has a question. He says, what was your collectible that you collected and why? What was your collectible that you collected? I don't know if that, I'm understanding that question right. What was your, or maybe he's asking like what was your favorite collectible maybe? Or what was your favorite franchise that you collected? Did you have like a certain franchise that you went after?
And I'm still same. And for some reason he won't do licensed statues and things, but it's McFarlane. He changed the game when it came to collecting figures. I mean, they were detailed. They were action figures that looked like nothing we'd ever seen before. Like some of the Toy Biz figures, for example, they were just plastic. They were painted, but they were cool because they reminded of us, you know, of our childhood or whatever. But then he came out with these sculpted figures that you could display and look amazing. It was pretty awesome. Cool. Yeah. So that still today is my favorite. And I still have a closet of
the action figures,
toys.
Yeah,
I just don't have room to display.
They're in my garage.
Yet. I still have that. Love that. And who else?
See, we got the same guys is why not both? I don't know what he meant by that. It's Cerebrus, the Hellhound. Don't know if I feel proud. Sorry. Don't know if I should feel proud or sorry. I don't know what Jen meant by that.
oh, he's talking about us spending money because of him. That's what he's talking about.
You should feel proud, bro.
Yeah.
You should feel proud about that, man. I love that show. I mean, I'm just telling you right now, bro. I started collecting these statues and the figures just because of my feelings for these characters in the past, and it makes me feel connected to my youth. You know, right. As old as I'm getting, I need to. I know I'm not gonna knock you down by being 50, but you look young, bro. But I'm gonna be 40 and I feel 60. And it's the only way it makes me feel like connected to my past, and my daughter, the way she gets when she sees the statues is awesome. So you know, getting me back into the stories, man, it makes me. I get more of a connection, you know. Right. So thank you, bro. No,
seriously. As far as like they're getting back into the comics, that's kind of the heart and kind of where all of this kind of started in the first place, and. Rereading some of these things as I've gotten older, there's a different take on them. You see things differently, and you experience that joy a different way. And especially now that you've got so many of the movies that are coming out, and you go back and you want to read some of the stuff and compare it to what's happening in the movies. I think he's doing a great job with it. I love. That's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
So. Definitely want to be on that show one of these days. As soon as I get my comic book game up.
A solicitation, right?
Maybe.
So you're scared to go on his show because you're scared he's going to ask you questions
about these comics. I don't know shit, so I need to read.
Because you called me the other day. You're like, I went to the store. I bought this. I bought that story. I bought this story.
I need to read some comics,
I'm like,
bro.
Yeah, I'm preparing for my gym.
Just in case. Just in case, bro. I'm going to be ready. Because I'm stuck in the 90s. I know all my stories up until like 1999, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
This dude is caught up until like present. And I'm like,
yeah. Well, see, he cheats a little bit too because he's got Manimal, but I think that knows a whole lot more than he does. And I think he does. He does pre-shows, you know, hey, bring me up to speed on this, man. Because Manimal, I think he's the brains behind the comic books. But both of them, they do a great job, man. You mentioned something about the kids and everything like that. That's another cool thing. I don't know if the guys in the chat have kids, but mine are adults now. But then I have grandkids too that are coming up. And one really cool thing, man, my grandson, he builds little Lego things, and then he has a little Batman figure. Then he has this, and it just warms my heart, man. I go into his room. When I'm visiting, he has this little shelf, and he calls it, "This is my collection, Papa." You know, he tries to imitate. He watches my videos, and he's got these little figures. Like this is so cool. This is so awesome.
My daughter came home with a Winnie the Pooh statue the other day. It's a small figure like that. So she comes in and she's holding it like, you know, like it's the best thing in the world. And, you know, she's like, I'm going to go put it in my display. Yeah. You know? And I walk upstairs. She's like, come with me. And then she's like, look, Daddy, there's my display. And she shows it to me. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, it makes it that. I love that. That makes this. Yeah.
So even when she comes in and she sees the characters and she knows who they are, like she sees Batman. She's like, that's Batman.
Yeah. You know? So my grandson has this thing. He's like, is it a bad guy or a good guy? That's all he wants to know. Because if he doesn't know who Mega Man is, he needs to know if it's a bad guy or a good guy. Okay. So if I say it's a bad guy, he goes, I don't like him. He's a bad guy. That's pretty much what he does.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So is there any pieces that you maybe have gotten rid of or have gotten away from you that you regret getting rid of? Or I guess the best way to put it. None? No. You got all of them?
The reason for that is because I don't sell anything, man. I don't know if anybody watched the room tour. Man, I've got stuff from... Some stuff is as old as 25 years old or whatever. I've got one favorite piece that I have. Probably wouldn't cut the mustard with some people now, but it's a Neil Gaiman Sandman that was hand sculpted back in the mid 90s, man. One of my favorite pieces, and it's only like maybe 1/5 scale, I guess. But I don't sell anything. I've given a couple of pieces away, but that's why I gotta. I don't know. I just don't sell stuff.
See, here's the funny thing: is like I have pieces like when I first started out. That I had in my collection. I loved them, but you know, in order to get other pieces, I needed to get rid of them to get the money to be able to do that. My wife was definitely not saying, "Here, go ahead and spend some money on some statues." So you know, those went. But the one thing that I probably regret that went wasn't a piece that I sold; was a piece that got broken. What? So I had a Millennium Falcon back in the days. I was a collector of mostly Star Wars stuff, and I had. A Millennium Falcon, I think it was ATM, I think was, or I want to say ATM was the one that made the model. Right. So we bought this at Hollywood Studios. This was when
they grew up at Disney.
I grew up at Disney. Yeah, I was there all the time. I was there at least once a year with my parents. My dad hates Disney. My mother loves it. So you know, she would go there and force my dad to take us. But I get this Falcon, bring it home, put this whole thing together, and I have this thing on display. And then one of my dad's friends, who we call him our uncle because he comes over so much, but he's not really my uncle. He comes over and he has this heathen-ass kid. This kid comes over and hits my Falcon, and my Falcon comes crashing down and just shatters into all these pieces, right? And, man, it broke my heart. So because of that, when we were at Disney this past time, I was there, and because of the Solo coming out, D'Agostini had a sale going on for their Falcon, their full scale 1-to-1 of the one from the movie. I bought that. I was like, you know, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put it back together, and I'm gonna have a Falcon.
You've never been able to find the one that got broken?
I probably could, but when I saw that one, I was like, that one looks way better. So I'm like, I'm not only gonna do it, but I'm gonna do the upgraded of that version. You know, got light up the engines and interior parts. This is gonna be a hell of a project for me to put together.
It's for selling, man. The only thing I'm thinking right now is there was never any really cool premium format figures from, you know, of the main characters like Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman. You know, I got the sideshow versions of them. But now I don't mind going down a little bit because I'm really digging XM's
1/6 scale?
Yeah. I'm thinking if I'm going to get rid of anything, I will get rid of my entire premium format line and replace it with those figures because I just think they look so much better.
They do look really good. I know a lot of people love the DC original premium formats. I like some of them. Like I particularly like Joker.
The Joker, yes.
Yeah, I love the Joker.
And Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn looks really nice. I like Poison Ivy. I had a Catwoman. I had a black Batgirl. Mm-hmm. Wasn't really impressed with those. I'm not impressed with Batman at all. I never liked Batman.
Right.
Even though Batman is my favorite character, but still, yeah, that particular one. And I came so close to buying that a bunch of times. Yeah, because I could not find another Batman statue to fill the void. And then XM Studios came out with the Batman, and I like that one too. But it wasn't the classic Batman for me.
Right.
And I particularly like the new premium format Batman. I think that's pretty cool too. Yeah. But again, it's still not the classic version.
Right.
So that Primewood Studios coming now.
And what's really cool, you said XM, they have worldwide license
for those
for DC. So anything DC you can get right here in the States, and if the shipping is not bad at all. In fact, even through what's the store, Big Bad
Toy Store.
They ship XM stuff, but they have this flat shipping rate of $4. What the heck is that about? But $4, and you usually don't pay much more than having XM send it either. So definitely considering getting rid of that. My first time ever really selling stuff and getting those to replace it.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think they're pretty badass actually. Let's see if we got any more questions going on here. Skip up real fast. That's my brother asking how everybody's Saturday is. What's up, John?
Man, you were supposed to be here, John. I thought I was going to get the referee between the two of you guys so he don't beat up on you.
You'll get that chance later. Don't worry. All right. Let's see. So, question. What advice would you give someone either new or looking into getting into collecting?
I got one thing. Stay within your budget.
Yeah.
Do not let the videos that you see of people balling with these things or whatever persuade you to buy things that go way beyond your budget. That's the first thing. And the second thing, buy what you love.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I don't care what it is. You love this cable statue, or I don't know. Yeah, I know you.
I love the art of it.
The art is great, but cable's never.
Never been a
big fan of mine, and so I would never. No matter how much hype, the same thing with, and I'm gonna get crucified on this. The same thing with the Magneto XM on Throne.
You're gonna get crucified.
Yeah. So if you love that piece, buy it. Yeah. But for me, I try to really only buy things that I have a connection with, because that makes it fun, and I enjoy it that much more than having stuff that, like, this is just a bunch of stuff taking up space.
True.
So that's it for me. What do you think? What would
I say patience.
Yeah.
Patience is a big thing. I mean, because there's a lot of times that in the past that I bought things and only to find out that in a few months, if I had just waited, it would drop.
Yeah. You know who was big on that? Vic used to say that all the time, because he would get pieces that people have had forever when I used to watch the videos when, he was doing his videos. And, actually, I didn't get to see him then. I got to see him after the fact. But some of the things that he said just really resonated. And he would be like, just wait. Because he'd get a piece that everybody's good, over or whatever. He goes, I'm going to wait, I guess. And he would get that. And it seemed like he even enjoyed it more because he waited and he got the piece that he wanted.
True. What I mean patience too, though, is that, like, and I'm not saying that you're going to get this amazing deal compared to the list price of a statue, and I don't ever go to people and try to lowball them on what they're asking. But I mean, when a statue comes out, like say like this cable statue up here, since we brought that up, he came out. There was so much hype around him, and I was seeing people, $2,400 for him, right. $2,000, and I was like, man, I'm not paying $2,000, man. I was like, but I really want him. And then this guy came up and I ended up getting it. I'll tell you, $1,600 is what I paid for that. And I still can't believe I paid $1,600 for it, because that's how bad I wanted it.
Right.
So I get it here. I think it's a badass statue. It's absolutely badass. Right. But now, I see it and it's like $1,200, $1,300 for this statue. I'm like, fuck, if I had just waited a little bit, you know? Yeah. So now, if I can't get it when, directly from the company, I'm definitely not gonna pay a hyped up price at the beginning. Yeah.
I mean, wait. So I don't know who said that. Somebody, I was watching one of the shows the other day, and they were like, maybe it was you guys. How is it that this pop figure comes out today, and then 3 days later it's $500? That's
demand.
No, because next year I guarantee you that pop figure is going to be back to where it was. And a great example for me is, you remember the statues that I told you that I've collected in the past. Claiborne Moore, love them, don't want to sell them. I remember a couple of them that I paid $300, $400, $500 for at the time. You can get any of those statues now for half that on eBay. I didn't get them because of that particular reason. That's why I still have them, because I love the characters. Just wait, like you say, be patient.
Yeah. Yeah, something will come around. All right, Calvin. So seems like you're a big Image fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, huge. Well, Image, Valiant, independent comic fan. Put it that way. Top Cow. I love stuff that isn't necessarily the norm because a lot of times those have the stories are a little bit grittier than what Marvel or Disney, only Marvel would let them produce. So I gravitate toward stories like that.
I jumped on Image just as Image came out.
Yeah.
And, I was really big. I was following Todd McFarlane heavily and Jim Lee, and then they moved over to the Image comics, and then I picked up Spawn, Wildcats. I still have Wildcats comics actually, thanks to
Wildcats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Jim Man? He made you buy the omnibus? No.
Huh?
Jim Man. I end up buying Wildcats.
The omnibus?
Yeah. Cyber Force is what I'm saying. Never mind.
Cyber Force.
Yeah.
No, I have a friend, and he had a full collection of Wildcats.
Yeah.
And he's getting rid of it. Mm-hmm. So he shipped them over to me. So now I have the full set over there.
It's a good story, man.
Yeah, I like it.
Somebody mentioned the Image. Who was that? Who said that?
That was Nick.
I don't know if you agree about this, Nick, but I think that Image has such a library of characters that would translate so well into statues in 3D images like this, the statues. Mm-hmm. Man, I don't understand why they don't let some of those characters loose. And you've got companies like XM now that will take the chance and produce them because they did it with Witchblade, they did it with The Darkness, Magdalena, and they do take chances. I just think it would be really great if some of that property...
I wish that McFarlane would let Spawn at least go.
No shit. Yeah.
So we could see something. Because somebody would put some Spawn together and look awesome.
That could be a bad thing, man. Because I didn't know, I want that one, I want that one, I want that one, I want that color.
Or even himself. He could do it.
Yeah, and the ones that he's done are pretty decent. They're good, but he's only done a few. He's gotten really on this Walking Dead kick where you see Walking Dead everything,
and those look good too.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He could really do some really cool Spawn stuff.
Yeah, McFarlane also produced an Assassin's Creed statue for Edward Kenway,
awesome.
And I love that piece.
Awesome.
Had the opportunity to buy that at a comic book store for like $300 and change, and I was looking at my wife. My wife was like, "Pick it up, you like it?" And I'm like, I don't know, and that's my issue with things. I have to review it and look at it and study it, and then so I come back to the comic book store, it's gone. Yeah, now it's like $700 on eBay, and I'm like kicking myself in the ass. I'm like, come on, man. So,
what are some of these guys? What are some of the things that they like collecting? Any?
Yeah, guys, what do you guys like collecting? Let us know in the comments. Somebody's asking, is that your superpower?
What?
I don't know. It says, why are you so good at questions? Is that your superpower?
Who, you?
No, I guess my brother's asking the question or something. I don't know what's going on over here. Vic's laughing out loud. Anyone here getting those HMO Beastly Beauty statues? I'm not, but I do like them. I do like the way they look. They're kind of unique. You've seen them, right?
Yeah, it's not for me.
It's not my taste.
Yeah. I just ordered one thing, but no.
What did you get from HMO?
Not HMO. Morgan.
Oh, Morgan.
Yeah,
that's HMO.
Yeah,
that's a nice looking piece too.
But that's that would be the only piece that I've even got.
See, there's a character too. Another one. I'm not a fan of the character. I like that art.
The art, yeah.
Oh my god, that way that whole sculpt, on the skull on the bottom, that's really cool. So, let's see what else we got. I got HMO quarter scale Dante. I got the Mega Man. I think HMO does some good stuff. I also have their book Bounties of Bathos, and I ordered the Black Sorrow. I missed out on the other ones. I like the dudes. The dudes are really huge, and they got the robotic parts and everything. It does look interesting. The book's kind of cool. I gotta read it. Really get through it. I got issues when I read books without pictures.
Yeah,
I'm like a kid.
I ended up pre-ordering Slain.
Yeah,
I did.
I know that.
I did, man.
It looks good though.
I know, man. It's like I'm actually I downloaded the comic. I didn't read. I've known about it because I read Judge Dredd.
Right.
And so I downloaded the more comprehensive trade paperback they have of it. I forget the subtitle of it, but it's Slain, and I'm gonna read that on the plane back. But man, that figure.
Yeah,
he just killed it.
Yeah, Caleb does some awesome work, man.
Killed it.
We got his what do you call it coming? The Devilman versus Amy.
Yes. Yeah. I can't wait to review that one. And then I ordered Thor. I'm like you. Ragnarok. I like I like the Norse mythology.
Yeah, I've always been into it. Studied that a lot in college, actually. Yeah, but the Ragnarok, I have the book here. If you want to take that back with you, I already finished it.
Okay.
You can read it if you want to read that. It's a good book. Yeah, but the figure's cool. I wish that they would have made it a little bit bigger. You know, only because the rest of their figures are so much larger. He looks small.
The Thor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The base and everything looks amazing. I think it's sculpted extremely well from what I saw at the convention.
You're in Japan, right?
In Japan, yeah. Okay. But when you put them next to the Caleb's work, I was like, man, this looks very tiny for the God of Thunder, and like it should be kind of grand, But it's still cool. It's definitely good for a space saver and something after. So, a nice piece. So you're getting the Slain. Got anything else on pre-order? That's coming up?
Yeah, I might change my mind on it because of space.
Right.
Transformer, Optimus Prime.
From who?
XM.
From XM?
Yeah. I might just... and not because I don't want it, but I think it's a lot bigger than I think.
It's big.
Yeah.
I think it's a 1/10 scale, and I still think it's kind of big.
I'll get to see it in person in October when I go to New York, the Comic Con.
True.
But
well, maybe because I don't think that's licensed in the States, is it? I don't think it's licensed in the States.
So you think they'll probably only have their just DC stuff?
Well, right now they're in Denver Comic Con, and they're only showing their DC stuff right now. So I'm thinking it's probably gonna be the same in New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got? It says, since you guys both own XM pieces, do you think their face paint on them is too plain? Not that one.
Depends on the character, I would say.
I've seen, I've seen Batman. I've seen Spawn. I'm sorry, not Spawn. Batman, Venom. I've seen Mysterio. Cable, Punisher. I would say all of those, the only one that I didn't like was Mysterio.
Okay.
Yeah, and I thought the rest of them were really good.
Right. Magdalena, Top Cow was beautiful. I think one of the most beautiful portraits last year that came out. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they do a great job. They definitely have the what do you call it, the stage the stage show, I guess, or I don't know if that's the right word. The presence. Yeah. You open the box. The box is magnificent. Presentation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You go to that box. The box it looks amazing. You pop open the box. Everything has those straps, and you definitely feel quality when you ever open up one of those statues.
Yeah, and you feel it in your pocket when they ship it.
Ship it. Yeah, that too.
So yeah.
What about Imaginary Mark Optimus? That's my brother asking that one. I like Imaginary March Optimus.
Oh, it's not that I don't like it. It's like I ordered that one first.
Oh, okay.
So that was like the other one that I'm looking at because I want one. Bad. I really want a couple of key pieces. I want Optimus and I want Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Just a couple of pieces that I want from the Transformer line. And then I looked at Imaginarium, and that was what I'm thinking maybe I should get instead.
And Imaginarium has two. They got a large scale and they got a smaller scale now. Which I was thinking of jumping on the smaller scale.
Yeah.
Well, because the Transformers are big, man.
Yeah, huge. Because it's a 1/10 scale, so
of a truck.
Of a
big ass robot.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So space is insane, especially in my day when I'm small. What would your dream statue be? Obviously, Spawn.
What's out now? What about what's out right now that I don't have that I really would like to get? And it's the Gambit premium format.
Gambit?
Yeah, I wanted that forever, but refused to pay $1,300 for a $300 statue. Just refused to do it.
Yeah, it's pricey.
Yeah,
my dream statue. I'm trying to think of in terms of things that haven't been made.
Spawn would be mine.
Yeah, Spawn I think would be the only one on the top of my head that would be. I also like what's that other Image comic that they had for a long time? It's damn it, man, I can't remember the name of that one. It had this. It looked more like a futuristic. Probably every comic they have out there.
There was Pit. There was Cyberforce. There was Youngblood. There was.
I have to research that now.
So, because what?
Let me look that up.
Oh,
I'm gonna do that right now. Because we keep on talking. Name some more.
But good lord, in the chat, they're probably rattling them off right now with Image and Invincible. There's Savage Dragon.
Savage Dragon was cool.
So there's been Yeah, and the other franchise is Valiant, who's come back. Their books are back out. They had great stories. I think they probably was, I don't know about management or whatever, because they ended up going under at one point, and I don't know how they came back. But Valiant, Exo Man of War, was a big one. Harbinger,
okay.
Bloodshot.
Man, none of them strike a bell in my head right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Valiant was Image's main competition.
Valiant, I remember.
Yeah,
I remember the comics.
They were.
Isn't that the same publisher that did the stories on? They had like a vampire kid. There was like a kid who was who got turned into a vampire, and he was like fighting this battle between heaven and hell, and they had like vampires on one side and they had these angels on the other side. It was pretty cool. I just can't remember the name of the comic anymore. There's a lot of comics I can't remember the name anymore. I got so many of them.
Did you find it?
Nah, I can't find it.
I bet somebody's already answered it.
Probably. Let me look in the chat.
I bet somebody already answered it.
Nobody's answered it yet. Guys, give me lists of image comics that you would like to see created. Somebody said Ripclaw.
Ripclaw, that's another one.
That's a cool one.
Yeah.
I can't remember right now. I'm gonna remember like when we're having our beers later. Then I was gonna like lightning bolt's gonna hit me. I'm like, oh my god. But my piece that I definitely want to get a hold of and trying to get a hold of is an accurate Jim Lee Batman statue, which I think that one's a pretty close one here. I like this one.
Statue, yeah.
But I got the P1 Hush on order, so I'm looking forward to see that one.
Where are you gonna put that, man?
Up there.
It's not gonna fit up.
Yeah, it's gonna fit up there. He's crouched.
Yeah. So that works out in your favor. What people didn't like doesn't work out for you.
Huh?
What people didn't like about the crouch.
Okay, yeah.
That works.
It's gonna work great up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get the camera so I can see it.
But you're not getting the Superman.
I am getting the Superman and the Poison Ivy also, so I can review them all. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep all three of them though.
Okay.
So there's that. I want to see those in person. I've seen them in person, but I want to see them the final product and everything. So yeah. So we'll start off there.
Cool.
Get a lot that I just do for reviews. Let's see what else we got. Jesse, yeah, they said most people are talking to each other. People have questions, man. Ask questions. So you're not originally from South Carolina. You're originally from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Were you collecting in Louisiana before you moved to South Carolina? Or?
Oh, I left Louisiana right after high school for college. So no. And then
so you didn't have to move any of those things.
No, no. Right, I haven't been back since high school, and then I joined the military, and that's when I actually started collecting. I back up just a little bit. Remember Nightmare Before Christmas? Yeah. Those figures were at KB Toys,
right? And
the movie did not do very well at all because I guess parents did not like the idea of having their kids watch Santa Claus get sadistically, tortured by these characters. So all of those toys went into the dollar bin.
Right.
And I ended up buying those toys because I love that. That's my favorite animated or stop animated movie or animated movie. Do you know those toys are worth a lot of money now?
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
So yeah, that when I went into the military, that I collected those things. They stayed on the windowsill or whatever, and then started reading comics like I was telling you. That's kind of when I started doing that back in the 90s. I was actually in the military, and I had Sideshow's first license was Universal Monsters. Mm-hmm. That not their first, but their major license was Universal Monsters. So they would do figures of those characters, and then they transitioned into the statue realm, and I had collected all of the Universal Monster statues.
Okay.
And the way that the military works, when you pack stuff up and things like that, man, pretty much everything got broken. And I'm just starting to get some of them back. I've got 3 pieces back, but I just gave up at that point because I was moving so much and I didn't buy any expensive ones like that.
I think a lot of my collection got lost to moves. I used to have like the complete X-Men card line, both of the Marvel editions that they had for the cards. A lot of comics, and when I was younger, man, I moved a lot. Like every year, I was moving, you know. And yeah, over the moves, things got lost and damaged, and then they just went to the wasteland. I'm trying to get stuff back. Like I really want to get myself the X-Men collection back, the ones that were drawn by Jin Lee.
The cards?
The cards.
Yeah,
I would like to get those back. I saw them at Tate's Comics.
Expensive.
So, Not too bad. I think it was like $60 for like a set, but they come already complete. Mm-hmm. Part of me wants to get the box that you get to open the cards up, and the excitement of seeing which cards that you get. So part of me wants to buy that. That's a little bit more money to find a box that hasn't been opened yet.
What reviews? So. Yeah, that's cool. What? I got a question for you. What reviews do you have coming up that you're going to be doing?
Reviews that I have coming up. I have Wasp from the Avengers Assemble line.
Yeah.
That's going to be coming up soon. I'm probably going to time that around the Wasp movie. The X-Men, the Wolverine premium format. That one's coming up. I still got to review the Link down there. I haven't opened that box up yet. From First for Figures. Yeah. And those are the three off the top of my head. And the ones for XM, I still have Catwoman that is just taking forever.
You have that?
Yeah, I have that on order.
The one with her...
on the motorcycle?
Order. Oh, yeah. On the motorcycle, I'm thinking Black Cat. On the cat.
The Black Cat looks beautiful, too.
Yeah. But when does the motorcycle get released?
No idea.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be released sometime last year.
Yeah. I'm still, like I said, waiting for Devil vs. Gaiman. That is supposed to be already coming out. And then Hellsing is the other one that you guys got to... Did you review it?
We didn't get to review it. We got to take a look at it. The thing at the convention was massive. The thing was so freaking big.
But that was oversized just for presentation. I think
that was what it was originally going to be. It was just too freaking big. And then that's why they decided to bring it down in size a little bit. Plus... because it's a prototype, if you guys don't know about prototypes, they don't go together like these statues go together. I mean, they're like little bits and pieces that you got to put into this thing. If that was shipped the way that it was there, it would be a nightmare to put together. I mean, it took like 7 or 8 of us to try to get this thing assembled, and we were having a hell of a time. So because of that, I didn't want to review something that was not the final product. Right. So all I got to show was just what it looked like.
Because it could be very different.
Yeah, it could be very different at the end. Is there going to be another Silver Surfer statue coming out?
Really? That's a great freaking question, man.
I don't know. It would be nice if they did come out with one.
Yeah, because the Comic Cat and then the Boeing statues. That's it, right?
Yeah, that's it, pretty much. Sideshow has one.
The Comic Cat?
The Comic Cat, right.
That's it. And then the ones from Boeing from back in the day.
Back in the day. Yeah, they haven't had one in a while. I would buy that.
No kidding. Yeah, absolutely. And I would think, well, no, they didn't really feature him in the Infinity War, so... Wouldn't.
So Robert asked the question, what question do you want us to ask? Y'all too much, man. That's messed up.
That's him. That's him.
What is your favorite piece in your collection? That's Pedro asking that question.
Mine, I'm gonna let you get. What do you think it is?
Yours?
Yeah, you probably hear me talk about it all the time.
Darkness?
Yep, that's it, man. The Darkness. That is an amazing piece.
The Darkness, yeah, that's that. Mine's Vader.
Oh yeah, I want it. You want to sell that?
No, that ain't never gonna get sold, man.
I've been trying to find that for a while, but I can't. I want it. It's way up there in price now. Yeah. Way up there.
Yeah, that's my baby, and I'm still trying to find Obi-Wan. If anybody would sell me Obi-Wan for a reasonable price, call me.
That works because the Eric Sosa Spider-Man, the Kotobukiya one, that real dynamic pose where he's okay. I have the Venom and I have the Carnage one. Did not have that one, and I mentioned that in the video that I was doing. And sure enough, man, one really cool collector messaged me and say, "I got a friend that wants to sell that for like nothing almost." I'm like, "Yeah, right." He did. I got it. He sold it to me, man, like for a fraction of what people are asking for that thing. Nice. That was pretty awesome.
I mean, I would drive to go pick up Obi-Wan. I would. I really would. I really want that piece. All right, question. Robert found a question that, all right, there he goes. Is there a special reason and or motive behind why you collect? Like for me, I'm a writer, artist, so seeing statues of my favorite characters inspire me. What about you guys? Right off the bat, I'm like you, Robert. I'm an artist, so I started collecting this because I liked to look at the art, and it would inspire me to create things that I would create. The statues were an evolution of that. I wanted to. I do traditional sculpting. I want to teach myself, or I'm trying to teach myself digital sculpting, so I'm learning ZBrush, and seeing these pieces help me out. So, you?
I'm not an artist. I'm not an artist. I do love to write, though, but the reason I collect is probably because it just reminds me of so much. Just things that I remember growing up, stuff like that, and I love the art, no doubt. I love the art, and that is probably the biggest thing. It just reminds me, it's a nostalgia type thing. Pop culture, love pop culture, and even seeing some of these documentary shows that talk about things like that were way back in the day, like wow, vintage stuff kind of intrigues me. So yeah,
that's cool. See, got any more? I got Obi-Wan. I got Obi-Wan recently for $1,200 last year. It was an artist sketch. Wow, nice. I lucked out, and it was local. Man, that's pretty cool. Congrats, Jesse. That's awesome. Yeah, $1,200 is kind of reasonable for.
Did he say that because he's selling it to you?
Nah, he's just telling me because he got it, and he got an artist proof at that. So I mean, that's awesome. I'd love to get my hands on that.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I got the what do you call it in recently, the Ken Masters from PCS. From
PCS, yeah.
That was pretty nice.
I reviewed that.
Yeah.
I reviewed it.
Kenny said dial me.
It's a nice piece. I'm not a Street Fighter person, so
okay.
It was like it was really a nice piece. It was solid. I loved it. Looking at it and all that stuff. And I think they did a great job with it. And I love the mixed media on it, the fabric and everything on it. It's just not a Street Fighter fan.
True. My buddy that I work with, he has these Street Fighter figures. Excuse me. That you press a button and it makes the sound effects. Mm-hmm. So every day he hits these things. You hear Shoryuken, coming from his cubicle. So when I got the thing in, I unboxed it. I'm like, yeah, I see your statue, and I put this thing. I'm like, this is gonna be on my desk.
Is at work?
Yeah, it's at work on my desk.
That's a pretty nice desk piece.
Yeah. Favorite type of statue? Diorama, single, scale. Okay, what type of statue? Like you like dioramas? Or you like the singled out statue? And what scale do you like?
I don't have a preference for scale.
Okay.
I'll collect 1/4 scale, 1/6 scale. I'll even collect PVC because I think even those
some of them are
really great. If you've seen the Batman Killing Joke from Kotobukiya, it's amazing PVC sculpt. So I don't have a preference as far as diorama is concerned. It just depends on the statue and what story they're trying to tell. I mean,
right.
if the diorama is telling this really cool dynamic story, I'm all about it.
Like your blade. That blade you had was
the blade,
pretty nice.
Yeah, I'm all about it. So
right.
I'm not a completist, like I have to have a line of all of this or that. I just simply see something, and if I think it's really cool and I like it and there's a connection, I'll get it.
True. I'm kind of the same way. Yeah, I don't really have a really big preference between things. John says, you don't like Street Fighter? What?
I did not say I did not like Street Fighter.
Are you Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Is that what it is?
Well, I know more about Mortal Kombat. I know the taglines in it. Get over here.
I'm more of a Street Fighter than Mortal Kombat. Let's see. How long have we been going on this?
About 45 minutes.
About 45 minutes now?
Yeah.
No kidding. All right, well, let's do an unboxing, man. So for your birthday, because your birthday's coming up.
I have no idea what it is, by the way.
Yeah. We got you something. So I'm going to go get the box right now. I will be right back. You guys are going to see my messed up legs. I'm in the gym lately. Got my shorts on. It's Florida, man. It's hot. Be right back.
Oh, wow. So I'm going to hold it down while you're gone, right?
Yeah. Be short. Be right back.
All right. I have no idea what it is that he's going to get. I came in and he goes, my brother and I, we got something for you. I'm like, okay. And it's in a big box.
All right. So we got a box.
What is this?
Let's see. All right. So this is your present. My knife's right over there, man. You see it?
There you go.
All right. Hey, you do it, man. It's your birthday present. Put this back over here.
I cut myself.
All right, don't cut yourself. It's the marvelous knife, but it's not that sharp. Yeah, man. So, we've been talking for a while, so I've been hearing the things that you like and everything. So hopefully this will be something that you're into.
Move this out of the way.
Yeah, right? You're crashing
Gotta
your
move
door.
everything.
Small room.
Holy shit, I see what it is.
Yep.
Something makes sense now when you ask me about a favorite something. Now I know why you asked me that.
Yeah, I found this at the Disney store. Right, or up in they have a fine art store.
Yeah, this is, I think, the actual one that I told you that I saw.
Is it?
And
It's definitely not sideshow boxing.
no. We got. You even know if you got it upside down?
I don't think there is a right side up.
Okay.
Just gotta be careful when you take it back up to the top. Alright. And it's all in one piece.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's big,
Yeah.
right? There it is. So, you know, you say that this is one of your favorite characters.
Yep, man. Jack Skeleton, man. This is amazing. That is freaking huge, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Well,
Should have seen all the moving around I had to do to get it in the car.
can you even see that?
Let's put that over here. We can...
That's freaking awesome, guys. John, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No problem, man. You know.
That is freaking amazing.
Yeah, we. Man, I walked around. We went around to like 2 different stores inside of the park, and then I ended up having to go to Disney Springs in order to find this thing. But yeah, it's pretty dope, man. It was awesome. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna take this one.
Man, I love this. This is amazing. So I got to ship this from here now.
No, I'll ship it, man. We'll box it back up, and I'll send it up to you.
That's
Although
awesome.
unless you think you can carry it on the plane.
Oh no, no, it won't make it, man. It won't make it. In fact, when I travel this time, man, I can't real light. I didn't even check bags. I pre-checked backpack, and yeah, because I fly out in the morning, like first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So
cool.
What do they think about it? What do you guys think about this?
Disney store. I love unboxings. Move the mic.
I moved the mic, right?
Yeah. Probably the reading back. Did you guys ever go to arcades? Yeah, of course I went to arcades. Did you go to arcades?
Well, you mean when I was younger?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Is that some of your if so, what are some of your experiences at the arcades?
That's where we hung out at.
Yeah, I know.
That was like after school. I didn't do homework. I went there.
Well, in Florida, we didn't have arcades like that. Our arcades were like at the mall. We had one. We also had this big arcade called Grand Prix Racerama, I think is what it was called. Mm-hmm. It was in Miami, mm-hmm. And it was this big place to go to. And I mean, it was just this huge place, and it had miniature golf. It had a go-kart, or not go-kart racing, but RC racing, mm-hmm. And then they had the arcade. And we would go there at times, but it was like a special event to go there. It was like my mom wouldn't just drop me off or anything like that.
Oh hell yeah, man! Arcade. I actually want. If I ever get my garage cleaned out and do all the kind of stuff you always imagine, I've been there 10 years, I haven't done shit.
Yeah,
I haven't done anything. I would love to get 1 or 2 arcade machines.
Oh,
vintage
yeah.
machines for my garage, man. I would love to get either maybe Centipede and Miss Pac-Man.
Right.
Would be 2. But did you ever play Dragon Slayer?
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
That one too, man.
Yeah. My buddy, he actually built himself an arcade box.
Really?
Yeah. So he got this this app or something that has all of these games. So he's got pretty much every single game from Atari all the way to like I think the PlayStation 1, including arcade games. And he built a full-on arcade box. And there's a computer built inside of it, and then it has the joypad and the whole thing. And I designed like his logo for the top, so he calls it the Vela Arcade, and you can pick any game that you want to, and they have it's an extensive amount of games to play.
Yeah,
so it's cool.
That is a blast from my childhood.
Yeah,
arcades. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see.
It's a great present, man. He's right. Who said that?
Who said what? Vic. That's cool, Vic. It's awesome. That's an awesome Jack. Lewis said that. That's a sick piece. What should you guys take? What should take him by Josh? We should take him by Josh's because you want to see the arcade. Maybe if he's here, bro. I don't know if he's here or not.
Who, that's John?
Josh. So Josh, yeah, John's saying that. Josh is the guy that's in some of our off the reel videos.
Yeah,
we go to his movie theater.
You guys do the first reaction,
right?
Yeah,
first reaction trailers over there. So yeah, he's the one with the arcade. And he has like a pinball machine and the whole thing there.
Yeah,
a big old kid, bro. He's great. He's good, man. Nick says awesome piece.
This is freaking badass.
Yeah, not much in an assembly, right? It just kind of goes together. That's cool though. Sometimes I don't want a full assembly.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Yeah, all the time, especially when you don't have instructions. Do you guys ever go to arcade? Okay, let's back to the arcade thing. Yeah. Oh, Nick's saying happy B-Day.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
It's an early birthday present.
Yeah.
My big issue with wanting to... There's initially I was going to bring this to you on San Diego, right? And I was going to surprise you there. But as delicate as these pieces are...
Yep.
You know? I was like, no way in hell am I taking this to San Diego and then shipping it back this way. So...
Yeah.
Plus, I'm figuring at Comic-Con, I'm going to buy something.
I know, right? I had a question, and you can answer this, and maybe some people in the chat might want to know, too. How do you end up buying these exclusive pieces that I keep seeing on the internet? People are like, how do you get them? Like the Comic-Con exclusives.
So last year when I was at the con, they have the convention exclusives at their booths. Mm-hmm. So like Sideshow had a couple. I think it was a Hot Toys and a Prime One Studios Batman bust. And then, the different booths have their different things. And then there's lines for these convention exclusives. So the worst is Funko. Funko has a line that starts the night before sometimes, from what I understand. Yeah. And you have to get like this lottery win to be able to get in there. So you get a lottery ticket to get in the line, and the line is long. And then hope to get the piece that you want to get, but by the time you get up there, sometimes it's already sold out. So they're the hardest. Sideshow had some convention exclusives, some things that they make available early on. So like art prints, they'll tell you that you could pre-order this, but you have to pick it up at the convention. So
has any of that stuff come up yet?
Not yet. It should be soon though.
Because I remember last year, which I didn't go, but they had the gold Stormtrooper. You had to order it and you pick it up
there. Yeah, same thing. But what aggravated me with them last year was so I get to the convention, I pick up the Iron Man Hot Toys figure, because I'm going to do that for a review, and I thought that it would be a good giveaway for the holiday special that we were planning out already at that point. So I get the exclusive, I buy it there, I'm like, this is the only place you can buy it. They're like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I buy it, and then I come home, and because they didn't sell out, they're selling those con exclusives on their site.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is stupid. I'm like, it's not a convention exclusive anymore. It's because it's not... exclusive means you can only get it at that place, So, yeah, so I switched it over to the Prime One Studios Batman bust instead.
All right.
But, that's where you would get it at, is at the conventions. And wait till you see it, man. They have some amazing booths at these places. Like the Xbox booth last year had this freaking dragon.
Microsoft was there?
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. It was my plan. So, like, I mean, and you can throw in what your hopes are at that convention, but I want to do more than just collectible interviews when we go there. So, definitely going to interview Sideshow. Definitely going to want to interview PCS, because they're probably going to be there. Iron Studios, I know, is going to be there. And I'm already in talks with them to see if maybe I can get an interview with the owner. Weta is sometimes there, so that's they do Lord of the Rings stuff.
Right.
And then you have other people in their booths. I think also Diamond Select is there. A lot of people are there. But on the far end is the video games. And last year, Microsoft was there with the Xbox One X. So that would be cool to get an interview in there, maybe get some game time with them. Blizzard was there last year. So they had some con exclusives there too. So I think that's where you could get the... well, it wasn't an exclusive, but it was their debut of one of the characters from Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was there, and you got to see the statue like in full scale. It was massive. So when I was there with Jan last year, that dude was like, man, I love this Overwatch stuff. He bought every single one of them, So, man, they're cool. They're definitely good quality little pieces. But that's some of the things that I want to do when I'm there. And then there's also stuff going on outside.
No. Yeah, man, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Don't be a kid. Don't be a big old kid, man. I'm looking forward to the video game section too. Then,
yeah.
Hopefully, you have some stuff for Destiny there.
That'd be cool if they had something like that. Yeah. I haven't seen which video game company is going to be there, and then they also have the movies. So like they.
What about movie premiere, like trailers?
Yeah, trailers. You're gonna get movie premiere trailers there, but I heard Marvel's not going to be there, so that's going to be a downer. But
I guess they don't have to anymore, right?
Yeah, I guess they couldn't go. I mean, I wish they would at least promote some of their other ones, but I think most of it is because since right now if this is a spoiler for you guys, then you guys are messed up. You should be watching. You should have already seen Infinity War by now. But the amount of people that died at the end of the movie, I think, is the reason why they're not going to be at the con.
Are we still talking about spoilers for that
I'm
movie?
just saying.
Are you serious?
I'm just warning people. Like, hey, if you haven't seen this movie, it's about time already.
It's almost out on Blu-ray.
I know. So I think the reasoning is because of all these characters that did die that are supposed to be getting their sequels. They really can't talk about what's going to happen until after the next movie.
Oh.
So I think that's maybe what it is.
They don't want to give anything away.
Maybe that's what it is. Last year DC was there, and it was funny because I was in the sideshow booth.
They need to be there again.
Yeah.
They need to be there.
I was in the sideshow booth, which was right next to the DC booth, and I'm there trying to take pictures and video of the figures. And all of a sudden, the crowd gets thick. I mean, like I couldn't even walk anymore. I'm like, what's going on? So I turn around and there's Gal Gadot, right? And I was just like, I was like, man. I would like love. She's beautiful.
Wonder Woman?
No, not dressed in Wonder. She just was, in her white. She was in a white outfit. And then the rest of the people for Justice League were there. So you had Ben Affleck, Jason Momoa, I think is how you pronounce the last name. All of them were there. Cool. And they showed the trailer. So this is all happening, and then I'm stuck. I can't even get close or get a good picture. And then this guy in he's one of the security guys there. He's like, "You got to keep it moving, sir. You can't be in this aisle." And I'm like, "Do you see the people around me? What am I gonna move?" I was like, you move them first, and then I'll move. Like shit. So yeah, it gets pretty thick. Last year, I think they premiered also Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Alex Ross's booth was there last year, so maybe they'll be there this year too.
Yeah, they that's the time they premiered those Universal prints. Yeah, that I was like all about it, man. They were teasing them and everything, and then they dropped the price, and I'm like, I'm gonna get the steel books, review the steel books.
Pricey, man. Outside of the convention last year, they have games going on outside. They have other premieres for movies and other kind of trailers. There's also some stores one of the official Funko stores is within a mile walk of the convention center.
Wow!
So I went over there and checked it out, but the store was closed. And then they also have.
I bet. Yeah, they'll probably be closed this time too.
No, they open. They do open, but they were closed at that point. Because what the Funko store does is, these people love these Funko Pops. They do exclusive pops for these conventions. They sell them both at the convention hall, and then they have exclusive ones at their store. And they will open the store up at a certain time. You get there, and if they sell out, that's what happened. They shut the store down. They have a big sticker on the window that says all these pops are sold out. So
you told me about that the Netflix show. The Making of Funko or whatever?
Wait, Netflix show they're making a Funko? Oh, no, the movie.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah, great movie.
I was blown away.
Yeah, right?
I was blown away how that started. That is crazy. I didn't even know bobbleheads was like what they were.
When they started, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. But yeah, I was blown away.
That was an amazing story, yeah. Other than that, I saw they had a couple of other stores that sell nothing but pop culture art. Mm-hmm. So they have some galleries around there, which I thought was nice to check out. And then you see the people in their cosplay outfits, and they're in the streets, and they're in the convention, they're everywhere. So those are pretty neat too.
Gonna be a very exciting week.
Yeah.
A whole week.
You're gonna sleep. You're gonna sleep a couple weeks afterwards.
A whole week.
I flew the red eye on the last one back. Yeah. Dude, I was recovering for like 4 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing on the way back too. But a whole week. That's gonna be awesome. And then I'm gonna head to New York in October.
All right. For another question, who would you want to cosplay as?
Nobody.
You wouldn't want to cosplay as anybody? You want to dress in costumes, man? I've done a couple.
Nick Fury, give me a patch. I'm good. Give me a patch.
That's like my brother. My brother don't want to be in costume, man.
No.
I don't know that I could go to the convention dressed as, but I have done Batman. I've done Darth Maul. I've done Captain America. Although they call me Mexican America when I did that one.
well, you say that. I think I could pull off a black Professor X.
Well, hey, you'd be in a wheelchair, right? We didn't have to walk. Let's see what else we got. Brawlicon says, "Do you have a Black Panther statue?" You do.
I do. I have. I gave one away. Not XM. I had the Kodabakil one, and I gave it to a friend who was like huge Black Panther fan. And then I have the XM, and that is definitive for me. That statue is, I think, the best one out.
It's a nice one.
It's
great portrait. That's Daniel
beautiful.
Bell, right?
Yes, I think it is. Yeah. That's one statue that I love. That it's pretty awesome.
That's one that I want to get also. I'm still waiting on that one because at the time that it was coming out, everybody was hyping the price, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to wait.
Yeah, the price of that one's come down quite a bit.
Quite a bit, yeah. So, yeah, it's probably something that I'll pick up later. The Making of Funko on Netflix. Yeah, that's what we're talking about, Robert. Great movie. You should check that out. Also, The Toys That Made Us is another good one. They got like Transformers on the new season.
The new season, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was pretty cool. Let's see. So.
And Lego is on the new one.
Oh yeah, Lego's on the new one too. That's a really interesting story as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Bionicles, that's because they were going to go under
Lego,
and he talks about the time when they saved the company by coming up with this Bionicle version of Legos, that whole storyline that they did. And I got a chance to actually communicate with the guy that came up with that concept for those. It was pretty cool. But that's another one that's really awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was a good story. I didn't really care too much for the Star Trek one. Did you watch that one?
I haven't watched that yet. That's the only one. I think there's 4 this season, and I haven't watched the Star Trek one.
Yeah, Star Trek one was my least favorite so far. I never was into the figures to begin with, but I mean,
and if they haven't seen it, last season I didn't know Barbie was such a
right. Yeah. You know what the funny thing with that one was is I wasn't gonna watch the Barbie one.
I was like, Barbie was what?
You know what happened?
She was a working girl.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Do you know what happened to me with the Barbie one? Was that I had my sister-in-law over. And she was sitting there and wanted to watch something, and I wanted to watch The Toys That Made Us. But then I was like, well, it's a girl. She's gonna get into Barbie. Throw Barbie on, right?
Bad.
Yeah, choice. Right. So I put Barbie on, and I'm like, what the hell is this shit? So she's like, I can't believe, and the controversy behind it, and all the just ridiculousness that happened. I was like, that was, to me, was probably one of the most interesting ones.
It was. Yeah. That would have been the furthest thing from what I would have thought.
Yeah. Oh, Cartel from Hell's on the show. What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How you doing, bro? Yeah, man. The Seth's on too. Seth, you should be driving, bro.
Yeah, isn't he supposed to be? Yeah, right.
Gonna be late. Yeah, man. The Toys That Made Us was like, man, that was inspiring. I mean, after I saw that, I felt even better about doing this.
Yeah.
So, it's
a really great series to watch.
Yeah. If you guys don't know who Cartel from Hell is, man, Cartel from Hell, at least for me, that dude is like a celebrity to me. When I started collecting like these heavier statues, I would watch his videos, and I just, dude, that dude was the inspiring. To say the least, he was inspiring. I professional looking videos, awesome collection. If you guys haven't seen his videos, check that out, bro.
I think I've seen everyone. I binge watched.
I watched him
when I first knew that this was a thing where people actually did this on like YouTube. You came up first, and then he came up, and I watched one of his videos, and I'm like, holy crap! And everything behind him, man, that collection that he had behind him, I'm like, what the? So yeah,
dude, I would have his videos as I'm working. Yeah, and I have like my earpiece there, and I'd look over, and I'm like, and like that's when I first saw the Ghost Rider through him, and I saw you had the Ghost Rider, and I was like, man, I really want that Ghost Rider at some point too, but. That's a nice piece too. Let's see, any more questions? We don't hawk trek here. We don't hawk trek on this show. That was what Seth said. Seth's too much, bro. The XM Black Panther is amazing. I hope I can find one at a decent price.
Who was that?
I think Dramaticus said that.
Yeah.
It just got removed. I don't know if there's anything else other than questions coming up. So what you want to do tonight, man? You want to go... what you want to drink tonight? Do we want to just go see downtown?
I'm not getting myself in any trouble on camera, so once the camera...
That's what you don't know. I'm going to have the camera playing when we're doing it.
Once the camera stops rolling, then I'll answer those questions.
My boy Josh, the guy on the other videos, he hates being on camera. I mean, he hates being on camera. So I told him, I was like, what we're going to do is we're going to make a wall, like a fake wall, and just have like a little camera hidden behind there and everything. And then we'll bring you in. And then as we're talking, he's like, just look in that direction.
Yeah, but it's been about an hour now. You ready?
Yeah, man, we're gonna call it soon. Nah, Jem, we're not gonna break your record, bro. You be throwing in them 7-hour videos, man.
No, well, the one, oh my god, I fell asleep, woke up, still going, fell asleep, woke up.
Man,
I'm serious.
I saw one.
Yeah, that
was pretty good though.
And I could tell how many he had a few drinks each time. Manimal kicked his butt that day. He couldn't keep up with him.
Oh man, yeah. I couldn't do that. I could do like 1 or 2 drinks. I mean, that's why another thing I need to worry about too about being on this show. I need to like get my alcohol game up, so I can stay on with him. You know, be like nursing my beers after a while. All right, guys. So that's gonna be the show for now. You know, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. You can catch more of our videos at mcecentral.com. You can catch Statue Fanatic at his channel on YouTube. And you can also catch the other videos from us on YouTube as well. You're here already. We're gonna go.
Cartel's back, by the way. You can check out his
videos too, and Gaiman, of course.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot to watch out there, and also Seth in the What's Poppin' show.
Yep.
So we're gonna bring that back too. So again, guys, really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We had a great time. I hope you guys had a good time as well. We are gonna go get some food and some drinks now. And until next time,
peace.
Peace.